a big commitment, can't imagine how. It's that farm fresh freshness, our health they're preserving. My family's deserving, so I am serving. Award-winning dairy, highest quality, reach for all natural prairie farms.
O'Reilly. Improve your gas mileage and save money with Fuel System Cleaner from O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Injector Cleaner for just $10. Plus, earn double O Rewards points and get your next reward even faster. For a clean, lubricated, more efficient fuel system, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You can't get much for $5 these days, unless you go to Wendy's for a $5 Biggie Bag. Get your choice of double stack, junior bacon cheeseburger, or crispy chicken BLT, plus 4-piece nugs, fries, and a drink, all for just $5. That was smooth, wasn't it? That's how you're gonna feel when you get that Biggie Bag at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes 4-piece nuggets, small soft drink, and small fry. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Get back to the fun stuff with Audible. Take time to listen to what you love, like sci-fi epics, gripping thrillers, true crime.
All right, don't make fun of the happy birthday song. It's a cappella. It sounds real lame, but it's the best I can do.
Exclusive originals, popular podcasts, and more. Let Audible help you.
Unless you want like the Chipmunks sing, sing happy birthday.
Sign up for your free 30-day trial today at audible.com.
Hey, it's John Kuhn, former Packers fullback. Be sure to reset your preset on your new home of the Green Bay Packers, 97.3, The Game.
This is the Big 920, Milwaukee's all Badgers sports station.
Jump up and get down.
WOKY, Milwaukee, and iHeart radio station. Talking Golf is on the air. Brought to you by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Oak Park Place, offering senior living options with a lifestyle you deserve with amenities and services for a carefree, independent way of life. Wild Rock Golf Club. From 5 sets of tees and expansive greens, it's a course set up to embrace a challenge for scratch golfers to resort guests. Also by Zimbrick European. Why drive something ordinary when you can drive something extraordinary? University Ridge Golf Course, a public course that offers something for players of every ability and is the home of the Badgers men's and women's golf teams. Now, here are your co-hosts for Talking Golf, Dennis.
Okay, gentlemen, here we go. Mics are on.
And longtime Madison sportscaster Paul Braun.
Welcome to another edition of Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network. From Cherokee Country Club in Madison, along with Dave McCann, our engineer, Dennis Tiziani, I'm Paul Braun. And Dennis, another year, people would have to break 80 to shoot your age, but it's getting close to 80. Happy birthday. You're
thanks, yeah.
79, huh?
Who told you that?
Several people today that work for you, as a matter of fact.
Not 79.
I thought maybe we'd have a little birthday music, and I'm not going to sing, though.
79. I thought you'd bring some dancers or something in here. But
What's that little present on the table?
My
here it is. Happy. You hear that?
Oh.
Happy birthday
whatever.
to you.
You guys are not going to get a raise, so forget it.
Happy birthday to you.
No, this is a birthday.
That's from Ole.
Well, yeah, Ole is our VP here and been a friend for a long time. Player on our team back in the 90s.
We're going to talk to him later in the show.
Well,
you see what that is? That's a little bag of Snickers. Those mini Snickers.
Diet Snickers.
Yeah, that's what you always say.
They're
small ones.
They're small diets.
They're diet.
2 bites. Yeah, diets. I can have one of those a day.
Dave, what do you think the chances are that he's going to open that before the end of the show?
During the show, not before.
I would say the odds are really good.
That's right. We'll get going.
Well, again, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
And working at your age with a huge project, got to give you a lot of respect.
Yeah, I really never think about the age part. It's things for me, if there's an end to something, I'm not really interested. I'm more interested in things that go on for a long period of time, and that's what we have going on here. We've got another structure going here that's going to be, it's nice. It's going to be a real, and it's going to be nice for a long time.
They're remodeling not only the clubhouse but the entire golf course here at Cherokee Country Club in Madison. Guests on the show tonight, and two of them are going to probably be talking a lot about the renovation of the golf course. Steve Stricker is going to be with us at 6:08, and Steve's out competing on the PGA Tour Champions. He had the illness, a couple of 100 days off, and now he's competed in 2 consecutive tournaments. But Steve's also involved, is he not, with the construction here at Cherokee?
Well, he's a designer. I mean, that's as simple as that. It's something that, when we first started out, there were a lot of people, especially in Wisconsin, that wanted him to be a part in the renovation projects, and we stayed away from that, knowing that someday as he gets on, that this is, and he's extremely good at this. I mean, if you've ever seen him make caricatures out of matchsticks, things like that, you'll understand why he's such a good short game player, because he has a different perspective of what's going on. So he's working with the PGA Tour, construction people, and reviews, and is out here when he's home. He's here 2-3 days at a time, and made some great changes to the original, the original design type thing, and then he worked it out. So
no, that sand
really
trap's
good.
in the wrong spot. You
That's
got to
what he
move
did.
it to about 275.
That's what he did.
Put it on that side.
That's what he did, and around the green, and I don't know about that, and the sand has to be this and that. So by the time we get done, you got, what they did, we did not cut any corners, not with sand in the sand trap, not within the shaping, not within the irrigation system, not within the plant itself, not within the bridges. I mean, phenomenal.
Mike Wilson is also going to be on.
Yeah,
He's the head coach of the Badger men's golf team. They finished 6 shots behind Illinois, who won the Big Ten championship.
He's doing really good. He's been with us, and we've been connected since he got here. Much different than what was here before. I think he recognizes a little bit of some of the things we're talking about, that there's a lot of talent here in Wisconsin. You just have to get them early enough and develop them. But if you don't have the development capability, it's not going to work. Well, he has it. He's been the coach of the year at the UAB in that conference 3 of the last 5 years. So it isn't that we finally hired somebody who is a head coach, not hiring assistants,
And our third guest is Dave Olesczuk, or Ole as he's affectionately known around here. We'll call him Ole on the show.
Okay.
He's VP of Operations here at Cherokee, and he's going to go into his background. You mentioned he played for the Badgers. We'll talk with him about that. I'm curious as what he thinks about playing this course back then and now looking out here and going, whoa, this is going to be a little different.
Yeah.
And also he's involved with all of the renovation here with the golf course and everything. And
he does all the work. I just relate this to deer hunting. When you have wolves in your area, the head wolf just keeps killing, and then the people clean it up. Well, I just keep moving ahead, and he cleans it up, see.
And that's not going to change, is it, Ole? People that know Dennis go, yep, that fits it perfectly.
Yeah, well, he's doing good.
We'll be back to chat with Steve after this time out on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
Watch PGA Tour champions, including tournament host and Wisconsin native Steve Stricker and 2-time defending champion Jerry Kelly at the American Family Insurance Championship. The annual tournament makes its return to University Ridge Golf Course in Madison, Friday, June 10th through Sunday, June 12th. Visit amfamchampionship.com for more information and to purchase your tickets now. Again, that's amfamchampionship.com.
For 60 years, Cherokee Country Club has provided its members with an 18-hole golf course, all-season golf range, indoor and outdoor tennis, and outdoor pool. Members have enjoyed fine dining experiences and award-winning golf instruction. Now, Cherokee is undergoing a complete renovation of the clubhouse and the golf course. When it's finished, it will provide golfers with the ultimate golfing experience, plus services and amenities that will meet the highest standards of professional golf. Membership will be limited, and now is the time to join. Call 249-1000.
This is Paul Braun for Oak Park Place.
Oak Park Place Memory Care Communities provide seniors and their loved ones peace of mind. Residents find purpose in their day through a success-oriented program focused on meeting residents where they're at on this journey with Alzheimer's or other forms of dementia. At Oak Park Place, loved ones find comfort and connection through caregiver support groups. Oak Park Place Senior Living with locations throughout Wisconsin. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com. WildRockGolf.com.
The Milwaukee Admirals will try to clinch
what's
their
the number?
Central Division semifinal series Wednesday night, where they travel to Winnipeg to take on the Manitoba Moose.
Novak right circle, Novak holds left circle, going to the net, scored!
All right, I'll call him now.
Pre-game coverage at 6:30, face-off at 7 on the Big 920 and your iHeartRadio app.
As soon as you wake up or go to sleep, you're checking our social media. From the breaking news,
Big news out of the NBA.
to those talent rants.
Obviously, on this show, we go at it all the time.
This is your social media home.
The Big 920.
Okay, mic's on.
We're back at Cherokee Country Club along with Dennis Tiziani. I'm Paul Braun. We're trying to make contact with Steve right now. One quick we got Steve. Okay, we'll go to him directly and we'll talk about the show being live on YouTube a little bit later. Steve, welcome to the broadcast. A couple of 100 days you didn't compete on the PGA Tour because of that illness, and now you've played in 2 consecutive tournaments, finishing 2nd and 10th. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I'm excited to compete again and get back out on tour and work on my game. You know, it was a while that I was off, and I still have a little ways to go, but I'm excited to be out here playing.
What have you discovered about your conditioning levels, Steve? Where are you at right now?
I'm probably about 80%, I would say. I get tired, I guess, still pretty easily. I took a cart the first couple of days for 9 holes this last tournament. It's a real hilly course, and then walked the back 9 on Friday and Saturday, and then yesterday I walked all 18, and it was a big course, like I said, big hills and tough to walk, and I made it around pretty good, I thought. You know, I was trying to catch my breath a few times in there, but I think it's just about getting stronger yet. I can tell my legs aren't there yet, and that's what drives the golf swing, you know, and they're just not as strong, and so I got to keep working at it and try to get stronger.
We're chatting with Steve Stricker. Steve, what did you take away from that experience in terms of overall your evaluation of life and everything? Any difference today in the way you're approaching things?
Yeah. I've got a different perspective on life for sure, and you know, golf is pretty far down that list, and you know, family and faith and you know are where it's at, you know, and yeah, I had a lot of time to think while I was in the hospital. I had a lot of time to think about my brother, who we lost back in 2014, and he was kind of going through some same things that I was going through at the time, and so I reflected a lot, and you know, if it is possible, I grew closer to, you know, Nikki and the kids, and not that I wasn't before, but it was just a different life-changing experience that put things in real perspective.
Now, this weekend's a big weekend because it's one of the majors on the Champions Tour, right? Big weekend.
It is. It is a good big weekend. It's a 4-round tournament, and we're playing our first major of the year, and it's at a course that I like and I enjoy, and I've had some success in the past, so I'm excited to be here and work towards getting my game a little bit better, and continue down that road. So it's a good week for us here on the Champions Tour.
Well, let's switch gears a little bit and have some fun. You're also getting into a few other things in life, including designing and helping Cherokee redo the golf course. Just your general reaction to that whole concept of what's happening here, Steve.
Yeah, I'm fortunate and lucky to be able to do this, and Tiz gave me the opportunity to. Really, this is my first course design, and to have it be Tiz's, my father-in-law, and someone that I appreciate and love and looked up to over the course of my career, and who has helped me throughout the course of my career. For us to be able to kind of do this together, it's really neat and surreal all at the same time, and there's a lot of pressure on me to put a good product out there, and the PGA Tour,
Yeah.
It's kind of just that go have at it, and he hasn't skimped on anything, and the PGA Tour, who's really the backbone of the design and my thoughts, that I kind of help along the way, and I kiddingly told the PGA Tour, this has got to be your best TPC course in the network. So let's get to it. Let's make this thing right and make it the best there is in our TPC network. So I expect it to be well. It's kind of the way I am. Tiz expects it to be good, and just a high quality and fun course to play. So it looks great in the dirt so far, and the next step of the shaping and all that stuff is going to start taking place here when it dries up, and that'll be the fun part too.
I want to break it down into about 3-4 more questions on this and talk about the design and what golfers are going to see in that type of thing. But I'm just curious because you live right next to the course. When you drive by it now today and look at it, what do you think compared to what it was?
Right.
Yeah, it
Right.
it is unbelievable. I've spent 30 plus years there with Tiz and his family and Nikki and my kids, and it was always a piece of ground where you looked out and there was no elevation change whatsoever all the way around. The greens, very little change in movement, and now when I look out there, you see all this elevation, and you drive out there and there's deep runoff areas, where the green is perched up there high, and it's mind blowing. It really is, and it's going to be really neat. But it's a totally different piece of property, it looks like now, than what it was before.
What went into the design? What were you looking for, you guys?
I think I think playability has been a big part of what we want to strive to achieve. Tiz's and mine too is that we're providing a course where the AmFam Championship is going to go, so we have to have that in our back of our minds, and providing a challenging course for tour players, and then playable for all levels of golf. So that's the balance that you got to try to achieve, and that's what we're trying to do. And I think so far it's going to be that way.
You look at it, that one of the holes have changed. 15 is now near the clubhouse. You're going to be able to watch people tee off on 110, come in on 15, tee off on 16, come in on 18, and putt on 9. But Steve, one of the things I notice is the water quality. When you look around, you think about it and you just go, wow, is that going to be different?
Yeah, well, they've had to dig so many holes and they're getting, I'm sure Tiz has told you that they're using the sand from the ground itself to put on the top of the fairways, and so they're digging these ponds deeper to get this sand, and that in turn makes the water quality a lot better, because there was hardly any water out. I mean, there was like a foot or two of water on top of the muck, and now some of these ponds are, I don't know, it's his nose, 15 feet deep. And so the water quality, the natural water is just flowing back into those holes, into those ponds, and it's all clean, pure water. So that's going to be challenging. Some of those waterways have expanded.
Yeah.
It's,
the fish are even coming back, aren't they?
Yeah, fish are back.
Yep.
And
so it's a lot of good things.
And one final one for the person that played at Cherokee before and will play now. Is the course going to be a little tougher than maybe even Cherokee was originally? And I ask that question based on maybe saying from 100 yards in, it's going to be a different course and probably more challenging.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more challenging for sure. But we're providing space. There's going to be a lot of runoff areas up around the green where, which challenges every player, whether you chip it or you putt it, you can use a utility club. It gives you so many options where it's just not going to be rough. So there's a lot of runoff areas. The bunkering is going to be really neat. Not every hole is, there's a lot of water at Cherokee, so we didn't want to overdo it and put every green on the edge of the water. But there are some holes, right on the edge, like 17 has got a beautiful rock wall now. The green is going to be right up next to the water. Number 2 is going to have another rock wall, and that green is all of a sudden, 5-6 feet up in the air. Number 2, par 5, that was just as flat as could be. And that water comes up next to the green, kind of a risk reward, go for it, par 5. So we have a drivable par 4, number 16, right there in front of the clubhouse that has gotten my attention since we've started this design. Is this is going to have to be, one of the coolest drivable par 4s because I've played some good ones and I've played some bad ones. So we're trying to make it, every aspect of a golf course, fun and exciting and something different. And I just can't wait to see the finished product. When it starts to grow grass, I think it's going to be really neat.
And Dennis, you're saying potentially the grass could be growing by what, August, July, August?
September for sure.
September for sure.
Cutting grass in September, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, Steve, we're going to let you go. Good luck in the tournament this weekend, and thanks for being on the show.
I appreciate it, guys. Have a good show.
See ya. Yeah.
It's 79 for your guy here, huh? He's 79 years old today. Did you know that, Dennis?
Did I know that?
No. Oh, Steve's gone already. Okay.
Yeah, he knew it. He's been calling me.
I thought maybe I was going to try and get him
giving me a hard time already.
I was going to try and get him to sing happy birthday to you.
Break 80, you can shoot your age now, he says. So he wasn't that complimentary.
But did he get you a bag of Snickers?
No.
That was the other thing I was going to chat with.
No, but
we'll let him by. And we'll be back after this time out on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
Watch PGA Tour champions, including tournament host and Wisconsin native Steve Stricker and two-time defending champion Jerry Kelly at the American Family Insurance Championship. The annual tournament makes its return to University Ridge Golf Course in Madison, Friday, June 10th through Sunday, June 12th. Visit amfamchampionship.com for more information and to purchase your tickets now. Again, that's amfamchampionship.com.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment, you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
Sculpted by glaciers and played by champions, University Ridge Golf Course is the host site of the American Family Insurance Championship and UW golf teams. The Ridge is a public golf course and it's yours to play without a costly membership. University Ridge is now accepting advanced reservations for the entire golf season. To get your prime tee time reserved, call 608-845-7700 or visit universityridge.com. Play where the Badgers and the pros play. University Ridge. This is Paul Braun for Oak Park Place. Oak Park Place Memory Care Communities provide seniors and their loved ones peace of mind. Residents find purpose in their day through a success-oriented program focused on meeting residents where they're at on this journey with Alzheimer's, or other forms of dementia. At Oak Park Place, loved ones find comfort and connection through caregiver support groups. Oak Park Place Senior Living with locations throughout Wisconsin. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
You've got bugs. What's your move? A rattly can? Or a simple spritz? Bugs near your kids and pet? Will it be ingredients you can't pronounce? Ew. Or essential oils? Bother the bugs, not your family. Zevo uses essential oils, which attack bugs' biological systems, so Zevo kills bugs, plus is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Zevo. People friendly. Bug deadly. Now at a store near you.
Okay, guys, mics are on.
Back on Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network, along with Dennis Tiziani, I'm Paul Braun. Quick reminder, if you have any interest, if you can get to YouTube, if you've got an app there on your computer, television, whatever, just type in YouTube, and when it comes up, type Talking Golf Madison. And Talking Golf Madison. And it should pop up, and watch the show live and look at the water on the 18th hole between our shoulders here. And now with us is Mike Wilson, first-year head coach of the Badger men's golf team. Not bad, Mr. Tiziani. They were 6 shots behind the Fighting Illini of Illinois, who are the dominant team in the Big Ten. What, the last one, like 12 or 13 or something like that?
14 Big Tens, I think.
Badgers finished 5th. Mike, welcome to the show, and tell us about that event and what your thoughts are on finishing 5th.
Thanks for having me, guys. And, yeah, the Big Ten championship was quite a challenge. Played at French Lick Resort in Indiana. I think going in, we didn't have a lot of expectations, just wanted to compete on every shot and see where we ended up. And, you know, I think we were in second after day one. Shot -4, I believe, with a great finish. And then day two kind of leaked a little bit. And the final round, I mean, it was blowing about like it was today here in Madison. It was like 30 miles per hour and on a really difficult golf course. The guys hung in there, and, you know, at the end of the day, we had a good shot to win. And disappointing not winning, but I think maybe if you told me we're going to finish 5th in the Big Ten at the beginning of the year, I would have taken it.
What did you take away from that, Mike, in terms of your personal thoughts as to how the team did?
I thought they played really well and competed. We talk a lot about competing and, you know, having effort, not giving up, doing everything you can to shoot the lowest score possible. I believe we did that for the most part. A couple of guys had some hiccups of rounds at the Big Ten, but, you know, coming off a really bad performance at Purdue, we kind of got after it here locally in qualifying. We played 6 rounds of golf, you know, early April, mid-April in some pretty rough weather. And I believe that made a really big difference getting into the Big Tens, playing in that wind.
Talking about one particular person, Griffin Barella, unanimous all Big Ten. It's the 13th player for the Badgers to make first team. Only 2 players have done that in the last 20 years, receiving the honor. The other was Dan Woltman. Griffin must be an outstanding player. His season scoring average is 71, which is on the verge of being the best ever for the Badgers. Tell us about him.
One thing about Griffin is he never gives up. You think he's going to be in a bad spot, and next thing you know, he gets the ball up and down. He's kind of just a grinder. He's probably not overly impressive if you're watching him hit balls, but if you watch him play, you know that's the guy you want on your team. Super consistent this year, and I want to say maybe 9 tournaments in the top 20, and we all know how difficult that is. Ranked in the top 100, just an all-around really solid season, and just really consistent.
We're chatting with Mike Wilson. And Mike, overall, how would you analyze the first season?
Yeah, overall, I think it was a pretty good year. I think we were able to kind of get in there and create a culture of what we want Badger golf to look like now and in the future. We talked a lot about for this group of guys, like they're setting the foundation of how we want the program, to look now and then moving forward. I think a lot of ups and downs, which was to be expected on the course. But I'll be honest, and what a great group of guys. I mean, just awesome young men made the transition as easy as possible for myself and my assistant coach Seifert, and it was honestly a really fun year.
Dennis, you've been there. You were head coach of the Badger golf team a few years back. I'm saying a few, and you had both men and women. What do you think of the first year?
I thought it was great, but now we've got somebody there that is really into the development process. You can tell just talking to him what he's talking about, developing players, how to play. It's one thing to show them how to hit the ball. It's another thing to show them how to play, and he has that capability. Mike was a Coach of the Year for 3 out of 5 years at UAB. I mean, this is not finally we hired a head coach, is my point, to get here that can take these players someplace. And he's done this, and he's got a good staff. His assistant that he talked about is a very good player in his own right. So he understands how to play, and he hit it right on the head. You've got a bunch of guys, a good group of guys there, family type that are not going to give up and are going to play. And it's going to wait till, it gets on here, and you get, because there's I can give you 6 players in Wisconsin that aren't here now, that are really tremendous players someplace else, that given the opportunity to be here, they'd have been here to play also. So I think the history of this place is in the future.
Mike, do you put a wall around Wisconsin in the future when it comes to getting players?
I'm trying. I was actually out recruiting a high school tournament here in Madison today, taking a look at some kids, and I think y'all may know we have a transfer who's from Madison coming in next year, Clayton.
Right.
Which I think is good that we have some some Wisconsin ties on the team, and guys that can play.
What do you see at the state of golf in Wisconsin now that you've been around for a certain period of time?
I'm just really impressed with the enthusiasm, the amount of interest, and also I think in the Wisconsin Junior PGA, over 1,000 kids signed up for the summer. And I mean, I've been in South Carolina and Alabama, and I don't think either one of those states had those types of numbers in their junior golf. So if we have numbers like that, there's no reason we can't, develop some kids and not only become, Badgers, but, play anywhere in the state.
Right.
You got a couple of guys moving on to the regionals in the NCAA, don't you?
Yes, sir. We've got Griffin Barella got in. I think I'm not sure his ranking, maybe ranked around 95, so he was in pretty easily. And, Cameron Huss, I think he thought we knew he was going to get in, but we didn't. We did a little selection party out at the facility kind of for Griffin, and with hopes of Cameron getting in, and Cameron got in. It was awesome, not only to see for him how excited he was, but the excitement of his teammates when his name was announced.
Dennis, overall in terms of the program, it seems like it's pretty good shape right now.
Well, it is, and it's totally a reflection on the leadership. That's what it is, and I think players are buying into it. And once the best recruiting people you could have are your own players. When they start talking to other players, you got to come here, you got to come here, you got to come here. So he's on the right track. We went sideways there for a while on stuff, and but now we've got somebody that there's some leadership there. There's some credibility to these kids. They're not stupid. The players know what they've got. Within 2 weeks, they know what you know. And if they have a feeling that they're being led properly, they'll be behind you. And that's what's going on right now.
Mike, how do you feel about that aspect of that in terms of what's happened so far with the program? And what kind of reception are you getting from alumni, the players, and that type of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all been really positive. One thing we do with our program, everywhere I've been, we try to make it fun. We shouldn't be playing a game to be angry. We try to have a lot of fun. We try to make a lot of birdies. I mean, we play smart, and we're competitive as all get out, but we enjoy it. Practice is fun. Maybe qualifying in 40-degree weather and 30-mile-per-hour winds isn't a lot of fun, but it made us better.
Yeah, right.
And the guys understood that, like, it's for us to get better. And then I feel like when you win or you compete to win, that's a lot more enjoyable as well.
Well, Mike, thank you for coming on. And the next time you come out to Cherokee, Dennis's birthday today. He's 79 years old. One of his presents is he's got a big bag of little mini Snickers.
Diet Snickers.
They're diet, but maybe you can talk him into giving you a couple. And
right.
He'll be out next week. He and I are going to have lunch together next week. So.
Well, I think you should save a couple.
Or it's this week, not next week. I think it's this week. It'll be fun.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks for having me on.
Okay, Mike.
Thank you, guys. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
And go Badgers.
Thank you.
We'll be back after this time out on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
Watch PGA Tour champions, including tournament host and Wisconsin native Steve Stricker and two-time defending champion Jerry Kelly at the American Family Insurance Championship. The annual tournament makes its return to University Ridge Golf Course in Madison, Friday, June 10th through Sunday, June 12th. Visit amfamchampionship.com for more information and to purchase your tickets now. Again, that's amfamchampionship.com.
For 60 years, Cherokee Country Club has provided its members with an 18-hole golf course, all-season golf range, indoor and outdoor tennis, and outdoor pool. Members have enjoyed fine dining experiences and award-winning golf instruction. Now, Cherokee is undergoing a complete renovation of the clubhouse and the golf course. When it's finished, it will provide golfers with the ultimate golfing experience, plus services and amenities that will meet the highest standards of professional golf. Membership will be limited, and now is the time to join. Call 249-1000.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com. WildRockGolf.com.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
The Milwaukee Admirals will try to clinch their Central Division semifinal series Wednesday night, where they travel to Winnipeg to take on the Manitoba Moose.
Novak right circle, Novak holds left circle, going in the net, scored! Cole Snyder!
Pre-game coverage at 6:30, face-off at 7 on the Big 920 and your iHeartRadio app.
We're giving you another way to hear and see us.
Got the YouTube sensation! What are you talking about?
10 seconds.
Fox Sports Radio YouTube channel.
Oh, wait. What?
Your favorite shows.
It's different than the other shows.
With video.
Let's go.
It's amazing. The Big 920.
All right, mics are on.
Back at Cherokee Country Club, along with Dennis Tiziani, Dave Olesczuk, Dave McCann. I'm Paul Braun on Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network. And Dave is with us now. Dave is VP of Operations here at Cherokee, known by the staff around here as Ole. Ole, give us a little bit of your background, which includes a period of time in Madison and playing the former Cherokee Golf Course.
I did, yeah. So it was interesting. I came here in 1989 from small town northern Wisconsin, Rice Lake, a town of 8,000 people. So to come down to Madison, it felt like
that was a big deal, huh?
Metropolis. Yeah, it was huge. So played 5 years here from 89 to 94. Was part of some great teams. Proud to be part of those teams. I don't know how many rounds of golf I played around Cherokee over the years.
Were you one of the guys that stood out in front of the pro shop and hit balls in the wintertime off the mats?
I did, yeah. Our target was the flagpole, so we were trying to
That's
hit the
how it got
flagpole.
dented. Everybody.
We had our share of dents in there, yes.
Dennis, what kind of player was he? Do you remember?
Yeah, he has possibilities. Obviously, he still does. I watched him hit a few balls here, but I think the contribution that he made There was some playing, but in order to get a good team, the chemistry has to be right, and there has to be people in there that are jokesters. There has to be people that are seniors, are serious, and on and on. And he was one of those teams, so he was part of the weld to those teams.
I'd be curious what you think, remembering what it was like, and what you look out the window and see now. Where are your thoughts?
It's hard to comprehend.
It is.
It really is. Yeah. So we've been out on the course a number of times, driving around, checking it out. And
getting stuck.
Yeah, getting stuck. We had a bulldozer pull us out last week, which was interesting. But it's interesting for as many times as I've been on that course, and as well as I think I know it, with all the trees gone and everything that's been done, you get lost. You're like, okay, where are we at again? It's interesting.
I rode with him one time, and the guy that was in charge of the construction company, you remember him driving around? He drove right up to Dennis's car, and Dennis opened the window, and he told him, "You're not supposed to be out here."
That's right. So, all right, I'll get out of here.
There's been a few times I felt like Frogger out there as we're like dodging bulldozers and dump trucks and stuff. So
it was phenomenal to watch, though, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But so you left Madison then after you got out of college. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so I had 18 years of corporate experience. I was in leadership roles in sales and marketing in the advertising industry. Over the years, I moved around and was in different cities, but I spent the most time in Las Vegas. I was there the last 16 years, and I loved it out there. I loved the sunshine and palm trees. Not for what most people would think of with Vegas, with the gambling and shows and stuff. I just like being out in the sun and playing golf and hiking and enjoying the outdoors. So it was a wonderful place. So it's neat to come back here after all those years. I came back here in 2019 for our 25-year reunion for the 94 Big Ten Championship team, and Ben Walter, our teammate, got inducted into the UW Athletic Hall of Fame that weekend. So it was special to be back here, but it's really special to come back after all these years, and a course that I cut my teeth on as a college kid. I'm back here now, part of this project. It's pretty exciting.
How'd you get connected, or how did that start, and that type of thing?
So I was exploring coming back to the Midwest, specifically Madison, because it's always felt like home to me. My dad was sick, so I wanted to be closer to him and my mom, who's getting up in age. And my daughter, of all places, going to high school in Las Vegas, picked a college in Wisconsin, Kenosha, to come to school at, Carthage, and just wanted to be closer and was looking at different opportunities. I reached out to Tiz because I know he knows a lot of people, and I said, hey, if you happen to know some people in the business community, this is what I'm looking for. He asked me a few more questions, and
that's understandable.
Asked me a few more questions and said, hey, would you send me your resume? And the funny thing is I couldn't email him the resume. I had to mail him the resume. So I mailed him a paper copy of my resume. And it was about a week's time or whatever it was that I get a call back, and he says, hey, Ole, got your resume. It sucks.
I can hear him saying that.
I know, hard to believe,
seriously.
Right? Yeah.
No, I believe every word of that.
So, so we talked quite a bit over, I'd say, about a 4 or 5 month period about the plan and what was going on, and I offered some insights on what I could to hopefully help out, and things worked out where I was able to come on board, and I was excited to be part of the project. I think a lot of things came together. I'm closer to family now. It worked out well.
What did you see in that? Do you say, despite the fact that the resume wasn't good?
Well, it wasn't, but it was good. I was kidding him, obviously, when he did it. But I just mentioned earlier about the chemistry part. Mm-hmm. And so, in the coaching part, you try to get people who are not all the same, who have different ideas, some who can adapt. And, of course, the biggest challenge they've got is they have to adapt to the management style that's here.
Which is unique.
Well, there's a lot of votes, but only one counts. That's the real deal. So, but he was used to that. So I was getting somebody here who it was just a carry. It was a knockover to do. And since that time, we brought on some people here that can help us, and more to come. Having him here, and now that I turned 59, you need somebody to pick up the pieces a little bit. So
he fibs a little bit now and then too.
Once in a while.
So it works out pretty good.
Ole is VP of Operations. We're talking about Dave Olesczuk, VP here at Cherokee. And obviously, Ole, you were involved pretty much in every phase of it. So let's break it down a little bit and just take one particular area. There's 3 or 4 we're going to chat about, but you were basically the liaison with the PGA on this project. What does that mean?
Yeah, so I worked with their person down there, Vic Alpriando, to talk about the agreements and making sure that those were getting set up. So reading through those, having the attorneys review them as well, and make sure we're on track with that. But then just things like understanding what that means to be a TPC club, like what kind of marketing, what kind of branding do we need to do that's in line with what other clubs do, but yet still helps us here locally.
Give us a general idea of what that means.
As far as the
being involved with the TPC.
I think it's huge.
It's a treat.
I think it's huge. I'll tell you from a personal standpoint, the first tournament, PGA tournament I saw in person was the Players Championship down at TPC Sawgrass. So for me personally, TPC has always meant a lot with the brand, and I know for anybody who knows anything about golf, they know what a big deal that is. So I think it's huge for Madison, for Dane County, state of Wisconsin. I think it's huge for our course.
And another area that you were involved in, and I live right here, so I'm around here every day, and I'd look at the number of different contractors that are running around through this building, and you look at, let's see, there's 7 pickups and trucks sitting out in the driveway, and there's electrical, there's this and that. Tell us about that area. I don't know how many different companies have been involved in this whole project.
I don't know either, other than saying a lot. No, I mean, like, to give you an example, we have weekly meetings about the business and the clubhouse renovation. So we talk to the general contractors, the architects, the interior designers. There's subcontractors. There's people that I'll work with directly outside of those people, like duct people, for example, and sound people to get that set up. So there's a lot of people that are involved with this, with getting it done.
Let's talk a little bit about the clubhouse, because that's is going through a renovation already. Dennis, first of all, just kind of give us your concept of the clubhouse and what's going to happen here.
That's where he was going with that, with all the things that happen inside. There's inside and outside. And outside, to your question, they're some of the top people. The top people in the industry for course construction, for irrigation, all those are top-line people that we got involved here. But inside the clubhouse, it got to be a little bit dated, so we were going to do it. So we are now finishing our Cherokee Lounge, the main lounge upstairs, which is it's really a wedding venue more than anything. And
that one went down to the studs, that room.
Well, it was completely redone. There were a lot of things above the ceiling that need to be fixed and stuff like that. So now, starting here in the first week in June, we'll be doing what we call the Sequoia Room here, starting in this end of the building and working all the way through the Sequoia Room, the sports lounge, the pro shop, and then into the locker room, and then expanding the women's tennis locker room, and then the whole upstairs. There's another big room upstairs with the hallway. So it's quite extensive what's going to go on. It'll all be done here. I would say somewhere around the 1st of September, that all the inside will be done. And it was part of the deal of working with TPC that we had to upgrade what's going on from an entryway, and how we could then best service those people that are coming here from a membership standpoint, from abroad and from here also. So it's quite a everyday type project,
Ole, can you give your perspective of what you think for people that would like to come, maybe become a member and stuff? How do you see it? How does it look to you? The vision of what's going on here.
It's a vision right now, because obviously we're in the early stages with the clubhouse, and the course, all you see is dirt. So when I see it being done, I just see it being an incredible venue, both inside and out, with the clubhouse and everything inside of it, because we're basically redoing the whole thing, the majority of it.
Yeah.
And the course itself, it's hard for me. I don't have the eye for it that maybe somebody like Steve does, or PGA Tour Designs, where they can look at it and understand what it's going to be. But I know it's going to be huge. Everybody who talks about it says what an incredible venue it'll be, golf course. So just everything will be exciting.
In that room that you've already done upstairs, which is where the weddings would take place, capable of handling a couple hundred people, but that's going to be a very impressive room up there.
Oh yeah, it's kind of, it is a knockout. There's no doubt about it. The architectural firm we use to architecturally do it, and then the interior design person, Laura Garnier, our people from Silverleaf, did the inside, and everyone knows that if she can put gold countertops on, she will, and that type of stuff. So there's nothing up there that's left to the imagination. It's a beautiful room, but it's not just a wedding venue. It's a member for, because there's a lot of interest that's already coming our way from a corporate basis to use our facility as we go forward.
And also, I think it's going to be very, very unique. You're involved with Top Tracer Golf Academy, which could be coming here. And for the people that know Cherokee, Vision, where the year-round driving center or driving range is, tell me about what's going to be eventually sitting there.
Oh, I think that's amazing what we have planned for that. So it's going to be a indoor all-season facility, but you still hit out into the range where you can see the ball and where it goes. It's Top Tracer technology, so you can get ball speed and distance and all that. You can still play games like you want to play Pebble Beach in December at our golf academy. You can do that. We also want to service some of the organizations in the area like First Tee and Madison East High School, Madison La Follette right now. They don't have enough girls for golf teams, so we want to be able to help that out and develop the game where they can do that again. So I think it's going to be a great facility for everybody. I mean, it's going to be part of the club, but we want to serve some of the community through it as well.
Dennis, in the quality of instruction in a facility like that, you could have people coming from far and wide, potentially, to take instruction there.
Oh, to take instruction, but there'll be people, we're going to go, we have great instructors right here, right now. Some of the best are right here. But there are programs that we're going to have, and I say not just our programs that people can get into, and we're going to incorporate top 100 instructors into those programs. So you may want to sign up for a particular program, and one of the top 100 instructors is going to be here for 2 or 3 days during that program. So it's more of a development program over time rather than a half-hour instruction and think you're going to get better. So it's a commitment on both sides. It's going to be a big commitment for the person that wants to do it, especially young people that I know their parents don't play, but they want them to get the best of what's going on. And it's one thing to show them how to hit the ball. It's another thing how to play and get their body in shape and eat correctly and be. So all that is part of what's going to go on in this development facility.
Ole, it sounds like this could be a very unique facility, and not a lot of them around us in a long way.
No, I don't think there's really a whole lot of facilities in the area, and by area I mean regionally, that will offer what we offer between the instruction and the fitness side of things to make sure your body does what it needs to do.
Right.
It's pretty incredible, the technology involved. I'm looking forward to it. And to Dennis's point, he'll be the first to tell you they don't do a very good job of marketing how well they have coached people here over the years.
If you took Dennis's numbers and Larry's numbers of the number of kids that have gone on to college and got scholarship, it would probably be in the hundreds.
Absolutely, yeah. So you think about what they've done and what they can add to this facility, plus people we have bringing in, I don't think anybody can match that.
Well, so far about 52 people apparently have signed up for membership and course and that kind of thing. Only go into that aspect a little bit of if anybody's listening and is intrigued by all of this and want further information, where do they go and what do they do?
Yeah, the easiest way to do it would be right now to go to the Cherokee Country Club website. It's CherokeeCountryClub.net. Or you can Google search it. I'm sure you'll find it. Fill out a membership inquiry interest form and let us know if you're interested in golf, tennis, pool, whatever it happens to be. And whether it's me or another staff member, we'll be getting back to you, and we'll set up a tour. We'll show you around. We'll give you more detail about the project.
Dennis, in terms of memberships, there are kind of limits in your mind as to where you're going, right, in terms of the amount of people here, because you want it playable for those members.
Well, our goal is to have accessibility and service. Those are availability and service. We have a lot of people that are getting in that 300 plus range, and it's the it's difficult to get tee times in many cases or to play. I get it. So we're going to be limited to 250 members. And out of that 250, I suspect there's going to be a large number from outside of our locale here. So we should still be able to retain what we had before when you can get a tee time on a regular basis, or many times just walk out here and be able to play. Very sensitive to that. So it's availability and service. Those are the two items that I'm concentrating on, our people know we're interested in, and that we're going to do.
But Cherokee hasn't closed. I mean, tennis is still playing, and people can still come here.
They eat
right?
here. Sure, they eat here. They use the range.
They use the range, that kind of thing, right? And you don't even have to be a member. You can just come in, right?
For the food, that's correct.
For the food,
yeah. For the range, you would need to be a member still.
Okay.
And tennis and racquetball, those things are still membership orientated. But it's the golf that, you can come over here pretty soon. And it's nice to sit down on a patio and watch all the trucks go by, if that's what you want to do. Hope there isn't a west wind so you get dirt in your plate. But it's pretty cool.
All right, guys, we'll take a break and we'll be back to close the show after this time out on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
Watch PGA Tour champions, including tournament host and Wisconsin native Steve Stricker and two-time defending champion Jerry Kelly at the American Family Insurance Championship. The annual tournament makes its return to University Ridge Golf Course in Madison, Friday, June 10th through Sunday, June 12th. Visit amfamchampionship.com for more information and to purchase your tickets now. Again, that's amfamchampionship.com.
Sculpted by glaciers and played by champions. University Ridge Golf Course is the host site of the American Family Insurance Championship and UW golf teams. The Ridge is a public golf course and it's yours to play without a costly membership. University Ridge is now accepting advanced reservations for the entire golf season. To get your prime tee time reserved, call 608-845-7700 or visit universityridge.com. Play where the Badgers and the pros play. University Ridge. This is Paul Braun for Oak Park Place. Oak Park Place Memory Care Communities provide seniors and their loved ones peace of mind. Residents find purpose in their day through a success-oriented program focused on meeting residents where they're at on this journey with Alzheimer's or other forms of dementia. At Oak Park Place, loved ones find comfort and connection through caregiver support groups. Oak Park Place Senior Living with locations throughout Wisconsin. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment, you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees,
yes,
is it
sir.
even a decision?
Okay, here's the
10
plan.
seconds
Pass
here.
me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA member FDIC.
Okay, mics are on.
We're back at Cherokee Country Club in Madison along with Dennis Tiziani. I'm Paul Braun. Quick note, we have 60 golf passes, we have 50 golf passes to sell from Wild Rock Golf Course in the Dells. Go to the website, thegolfeffect.org. There's the information is there. PayPal is there. Wild Rock is an outstanding course to play. $60. The money comes to us as a charity, and you get an opportunity to play a great golf course. And there's only 50 passes, and as we know in the past, when we mention that, they're probably going to be gone in a couple of weeks. So go to thegolfeffect.org. Look for the insignia, PayPal, and about Wild Rock. Purchase your passes. We'll send them out to you, and you get to play a round of golf. Dennis, one final thought. We got probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes left here. Is the project ahead of what was initially planned?
Yeah, it is. We were quite a ways ahead. About 70% of the dirt was moved prior to all this wet weather and stuff, but we're moving along pretty good. We got great help from the DNR
Yes.
That was a big item. Great help from the PGA Tour. That was good. And, we finalized all our financial things. First Community Bank of Oregon took the lead position in doing this, which was really important to find somebody who's going to get involved with a golf course, let alone construction. So they really stepped up and did everything that we asked them to do and then some. And so now those 3 phases are done. TPC and the financing, and also then the DNR. Those 3 phases are done. So now that's what we're into is membership now, and we got a tremendous amount of people that have an interest. So that's what Ole is doing right now. We'll be bringing on a new person here this week to help with that. So membership will be the key, but I judging by what's going to go on, that 250 is going to go pretty fast.
It's got to be a big relief for you in a way, right? This has been a hell of a project for you.
Well, it's been a long time coming to figure out how it's going to be. I mean, how is this ever going to happen without just, fixing the bunkers or doing something like that? So it's either, it's kind of roll the dice, it's all the way or nothing, and we put a lot of stuff out there when we approach TPC, when we banking, when you approach DNR. Tough, but it worked.
Well, we appreciate the effort. And be a heck of a legacy for you when it's done. But we got to leave for tonight. For Ole, along with Dave McCann, Dennis Tiziani, this is Paul Braun, and it's hard to believe, but we're already 2 shows into the season. Got 16 more to go, and as we head out, let's open that bag of
No,
that's
not going to go
here. The birthday guy of 79 years of age.
It's called my birthday present, and I am not sharing this with anybody.
David, I don't know what we can do with this guy, but it's not going to change. So
I know it. That's okay.
We'll be back again next week to do it again on the Golf Effect Radio Network. So from all of us here in Madison, thanks for listening, and that is another edition of Talking Golf on the Golf Effect Radio Network.
Good show, gentlemen.